Well, today is the first day Republican and Democratic primary voters can cast their ballots in the special election to replace Congressman Mark Green. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. It is a high-profile race with more than a dozen candidates and a lot of money being spent to sway voters in the 7th District.
So the question is, was there high turnout on this first day of early voting?
News Channel 5's Chris Davis spent the day checking in on local precincts. So, Chris, what did you see?
Well, as you typically see, Carrie and Rory, the first day of early voting is usually when you see people most interested in politics or retirees that don't have to worry about their work schedule. But overall, the first day of early voting is usually a glimpse at how big turnout is going to be. And today may have set the tone. If you live in the 7th Congressional District, the signs are everywhere telling you who to support and where to vote.
Okay, let me go in this library.
But on this first day of early voting, there weren't a lot of signs that people have been paying attention, other than these early birds.
I have voted in every election I could vote in since I turned 18.
Let's put it this way, at the Bordeaux Library, instead of a flood, it was more of a trickle.
So they just started, so I'm pretty sure to pick up.
Typically for a special election, we do have a light turnout, and we're seeing that today.
Jeff Roberts, the Davidson County election administrator, says turnout will pick up, at least when the procrastinators get involved.
As we approach the last 3 or 4 days of early voting, that's when we see a bigger surge.
Otherwise, most special elections are very low turnout affairs.
It's just not as prominent in the community, social media, as, say, a presidential election.
Of course, when there's a smaller turnout, it could mean that the margins for who actually wins this primary could be incredibly close.
Take your application.
Especially with a ballot with this many names on it and no clear frontrunner on either side of the aisle.
Okay, you gonna follow me?
It's why Katie Fitzpatrick and her son actually used the Bordeaux Library beyond just as a voting precinct.
So we actually got here early so I could go into the library and look people up first.
I usually read up on them to see, what they're all about.
The slow, low turnout does have one positive. For these early birds, they won't have to worm their way through any long lines.
It's just important to do it. You exercise my right.
Y'all have a great day.
Now, I just checked with Jeff Roberts. Only 440 Davidson County voters cast their ballot today. By the way, while we were there at Bordeaux, we saw something interesting. We did see a man who thought he lived in the 7th District, but it turns out he lives in the 6th District. That is still common after leaders in the Tennessee legislature carved up Davidson County into 3 different congressional districts just a few years ago, Carrie.
There's going to be a learning curve for a lot of people over the next few elections. What are you hearing from other counties?
I thought you might ask, so I called a few others. Montgomery County actually had slightly better turnout than Davidson today with 532 voters around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Dickson County had a few less, only 85 all day long.
Wow. Chris, thank you. And one final note here. You have until October 2nd to vote early. If you miss that window, it's okay. The actual primary election day is Tuesday, October 7th.